evening, fans are still celebrating yesterday's victory over Baltimore. In fact, it was hard to find a place where people weren't talking about the Brewers today. News 4 reporter Tom Lujak has details.
Hundreds of Brewer fans started their day outside County Stadium, where they lined up to buy tickets for the playoff games. While they waited, many were still savoring yesterday's victory.
There you go. Wow.
Chuck Seidel spent more than $100 on tickets for this weekend's games.
I think once they got past Baltimore, that was it. I think we're going all the way now.
Brewer fever was also burning at Merle Harmon's Fanfare store in Mayfair. All day long, people like Beverly Glaudeman came in to stock up on Brewer merchandise.
My Brewer fever, I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I think we're going to win the series, and the whole Milwaukee is just going to be on top of the world.
Beverly says tonight she's going to bake a Harvey Wallbanger cake. If you're looking for something else to celebrate the sweet success the Brewers are having, how about a Brewer Bar? Businessman Jerry Dorf has test marketed a few thousand of them, and tomorrow will start distributing 14,000 more in area stores.
Think this will be a hit?
We'll find out. We'll be eating a lot of candy if it isn't.
Back here at County Stadium, workers spent the day getting the place ready for Friday's big game against California. Of course, that's when Brewer fever will hit an all-time high. We even have our answer to the Reggie Bar. It's the Brewer Bar. Businessman Jerry Dorf has test marketed a few thousand of them, and tomorrow we'll start distributing 14,000 more in area stores. Back here at County Stadium, workers spent the day getting the place ready for Friday's big game against California. Of course, that's when Brewer fever will hit an all-time high. Tom Lujak, News 4.
The Milwaukee Brewer Bar. You might be wondering what shrewd businessman could have planned for this. How could they possibly come up with such perfect timing?
Strictly by accident, the manufacturer came to see me about a month ago with this concept, and he found the Milwaukee Brewers to be easy to work with. He wanted to do it with the Yankees initially, but they were not receptive to the idea.
Well, the Yankees weren't receptive to making the playoffs either, but let's get back to this candy bar. A man in New York thought of it. The Brewers happily went along with it, and the first batch was delivered to Milwaukee late last week. Several local stores were cool to the idea of selling the bars. Well, that was last week. After the Brewer victory yesterday, the distributor tells me things changed.
I'm absolutely shocked at the reaction today. I thought customers would be calling for tickets. They're calling for Brewer Bars instead.
Now, for those of you who won't be buying this bar for its fancy Brewer wrapper, what about the candy inside?
It's an excellent candy bar. It's very similar to the Nestle's Crunch bar. Eats very well and is generally like these fundraising bars that sell for double or triple what they will be selling for in the stores.
And they'll be selling for 59 cents. Almost all of the 7,000 Brewer Bars put in the stores last week have been sold already. I'm told another 40,000 or so are due in town later this week. We might as well share this one right now.
Why not?
Want to buy it?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
While we do this, we got to say good night. Have a good night and good luck to the Brewers tomorrow.
Amen. Good night and even better tomorrow.
$50,000 of the bars were shipped into Milwaukee today, and salespeople were standing in line for them. 14,000 bars have been sold in the last 2 weeks, and some people feel the bars will continue to sell well, even if the Brewers might lose.
I think this bar, because like I said before, it's a team bar, that Milwaukee will support anything that's Milwaukee owned or has to do with the city or the state of Wisconsin.
Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw.
Dorf is expecting 50,000 more Brewer Bars next week, and wouldn't it all be a little bit sweeter if they go on to the World?
You are cordially invited.
Fever, you gotta say it right, though.
That's right, for the fans and for some brewer-related businesses, you know, like the shops that sell all that stuff with the Brewer logo on it, hats, bats, shirts, mugs, ashtrays, you name it. In fact, business has been so brisk today, the management at Merle Harmon's Fanfare suggested they could probably clean out an old garage, paint the items in it blue and gold, slap a Brewer logo on them, and have no problem selling them.
And remember those Brewer candy bars we told you about last week? They are, as you might expect, selling like crazy, and like last week, they're hard to find. The president of the Milwaukee Biscuit Company, which distributes the baseball candy, says more bars will be in this week. The company phone has been swamped with calls from stores and businesses in the area who want them as promotional gifts. You know, oh, God.
Is that for me?
Yes, here.
Yeah? You know, our producer, Carla, said that we had to share this with her. Think we ought to?
No.
Ooh.
We'll finish it.
You hear that, Carla? Oh, I don't want to tell you what she said.
Go right ahead.
Tell you about tonight at TV 6 News Update. We're going to talk live.
Harmon's Fanfare.
The people have just been calling constantly, and the store's just busy. I'm having people extra hours, and the merchandise, we just can't get it quick enough.
Manager Mark Campa said sales have tripled in recent weeks. Back at the stadium, an all-time high of 600 people are serving soda, hot dogs, beer, and brats. This colorful confection was introduced months ago at a time when Milwaukee Biscuit Company President Jerry Dorf had no idea the Brewers would be in the playoffs and make it to the World Series. Out of 7,200 candy bars, Jerry has just 2 left.
When my trucks in Richland Center and Wausau and Eau Claire and Green Bay are stopped by consumers, and the consumer is asking our drivers if they have some Brewer bars to sell, obviously the bar is just in such a demand, there's no way to supply that kind of need.
Thanks to yesterday's thrilling victory against the California Angels, a new shipment of 100,000 Brewer bars will undoubtedly outsell Reggie bars.